Is America stuck in catch-22? In my view, we are. Let's look into that. But first, I'm Ed Connolly, and I practice awareness or awakening. Is there a difference? Since the 50s, I'm 89. I have a wide-angle view. I see things differently than younger folks because I have a wide-angle view. I see a historical context that younger people don't see because they have on a zoom lens. We just zoom in on what is. We don't see the background. We don't see the context. So this morning I've been talking about, in my view, the worst father is the best father. Dickens started his book, I forgot what, this is the best of times, the worst of times. What is that? What is when the worst father is the best father, or the best father is the worst father? That's Catch-22. Catch-22 was a movie. Did you see that movie? The original one? Just to give you a brief outline. It was about an island that had a bomber base on it in the Mediterranean in World War II. And these bombers flew missions to bomb the Germans. And after you flew 25 missions, you got to go home. But Yossarian, who's the hero, did 25 missions, and they kept changing the rules. So he was never able to go home. As soon as he thought he would be able to go home, they changed the rules. Catch-22. So the whole island was insane. Insanity, or Catch-22, is when yes is no and no is yes. Or, in my view, when the bad father is the good father, or the good mother is the bad mother is the good mother. Or in The Wizard of Oz, the bad witch is the good witch. Which is it? Catch-22. You can't tell. You're stuck. This is what Zen is all about. The Zen koans, which I have been working with for years, is a situation where nothing you do is any good. The Zen master, a good example of that, the Zen master will hold up a stick or a pencil, and he'll say, if you say this is a pencil, I'm going to, God damn it, if you say this is a pencil, I'm going to stab you with it. If you say it's not a pencil, I'm going to stab you with it. Now, which is it? Speak, or I'm going to stab you. That is a dilemma. Is this a pencil or not a pencil? Whichever you say, you're wrong. Is your father a good father or a bad father? Whichever one you choose, you're wrong. Is your mother the good mother or the bad mother? Whichever you choose, you're wrong. Now, what are you going to do? You see the dilemma? America's in this dilemma. Is Trump good or is he bad? Are the Dems good or bad? If you say the Dems are good and Trump is bad, you're wrong. If you say Trump is bad and the Dems are good, you're wrong. So we go round and around and around and around. What's truth? We don't know. We're living in a split screen. It began with cable and the talking heads. One talking head would say this is true and here's the proof. And this talking head would say that's not true, this is true, and here's the proof. The difference is between the two talking heads of truth is that the left has historically been, in the modern age, truth is proved by evidence. Now, on the right, with the rise of the religious right, truth is by faith. You see the difference? Evidence, faith. So those on the right, the followers of Trump, say he's the good father. Biden is the bad father, or Obama, or whatever. You say Trump is the good father. How do you know that? By faith. By faith, you see. And the left says, well, by evidence, Look what he did. Blah, 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 blah. He's the bad father. He's the bad president. Faith trumps evidence. Faith trumps evidence because faith doesn't need evidence. Faith is a belief in a center that has no proof. It's an identity that has no proof. It doesn't need proof. You know who you are. Anyway, I digress. The point is, well, wait, if there is a point, is catch-22. And this is why Zen koans are so perfect for our age. Because if you work with the Zen koan, which is where two viewpoints that are contradictory are juxtaposed in the same situation, and they create a double bind in the mind where you don't know what to do. You can't choose. And when you can't choose, who do you ask? Who do you trust? Ghostbusters was about that. Who do you trust, you see? Well, of course, Trump says, and he creates this, Trump says, well, when you can't choose, you trust me, because I know what's true. I can choose. I'll choose for you and relieve you of your stress of not being able to choose. So Trump relieves the stress of modernity, of the modern life, of not Democrats, but liberalism in general, which has been the modern world since the birth of science. Liberalism. Liberalism means, in this broader view, is that you can't choose what is absolute truth. Science never says absolute truth. Truth is always a work in progress. As soon as you discover a truth and prove it's true, you still have to doubt it. Because if you say it's fixed and it cannot change, you see, that has become absolute truth, and there is no absolute truth except in our mind. There's no absolute truth in nature. Nothing is fixed. Everything is impermanent. So the impermanence of Buddhism, which is the axiom or the truth of Buddhism, all is impermanent or all is change, you see, is confronted and stopped by conservatism, where you have fixed truth. And truth is to be conserved. And on the left, truth is to be discovered. You see the difference? You see the thing we're going. So this gets back into catch-22. And how did Yossarian get off the island? Did you see the movie? I'd watch it again. I'll tell you what he did. At the end of the day, when nothing was any good, even the last effort to get off the island failed, Yossarian grabbed a little tiny life raft like that and ran down to the Mediterranean and got in and just began paddling. Just began paddling in a tiny life raft. That's crazy. It's a mad act. When the world is mad, only a mad act will free you. In Apocalypse Now, Colonel Kurtz was mad. It was a catch-22 zone. So only the mad act of Captain Williams got him out of the catch-22. All the movies were about this. Tom Cruise. When all his plans fail, he's in a catch-22. Nothing works. What does he do? He makes a mad leap. Indiana Jones. When his plans fail, catch-22, what does he do? He steps out on faith over the bridge when there's no bridge, over the abyss when there's no bridge. Okay, time's up on my third talk this morning. Subscribe. Kick this madness down the road, in my view.